late game. And just like that, ladies and gentlemen, we're into the drafting phase.
Presented to you by the official tournament smartphone Samsung Galaxy S25 series RRQ. Okay, very quick already with the Joy first pick for RRQ. The Matilda, Fulvius, Harith banned out. A Badang pick. Moskov. Guys, this drafting phase is going a little too quick.
Yeah, the Badang. So this is one of the picks. Oh my god, we are going really quick, man. Gata picked up instantly too. By the way, for Navi and for what we actually mentioned earlier, how it's going to be different from MPL Philippines. We're much more brawly, if you don't already know. This is the brawl server, so you're going to see much more Badangs than in MPL PH. In MPL PH, I think we've seen a few. Like Mr. JM has played the Badang. XBTR, by the way. But not a lot. Not a lot of teams have prioritized the Badang in the first phase. Granger gets picked up. This is actually a comfort pick for Toy.
This is actually a good prior hero right now as well. For side of Navi, they do have the Moskov to make plays around. And aside from that gold lane, at least for now, they have a lot of pressure going through, but they're going to be up against a Gatot Kacha. And some of these fighters, some of these brawlers from Navi don't really do well against an Avatar of the Guardian. They really need a bit of space, a bit of safety to really make meaningful plays around the map.
So with that being said, what are we going to be expecting into the second phase, right? It looks like Z has been banned out. Rins has yet to pick up a hero, and Rins has been the player that a lot of people are actually criticizing in RRQ as being one of the weakest links in the last time we saw them perform, which was SBS.
It's been weird for Rins. I think he's either underrated or overrated in a lot of people's eyes, right? Like when he doesn't perform, everybody calls him out and hates him to bits, but when he does perform, they call him the next Sans. So I think it's time for us to actually just give him some time. Give him some time to adapt, give him some time to perform. And, you know, for RRQ, they haven't picked the mid laner, but Navi, X-Magic, who's also part of RRQ Senna, the MDL team, I think RRQ will have a good read on X-Magic. They've scrimmed against him probably a lot of times in the previous season, knowing that they were from the same org.
That's definitely interesting. I feel like for Rins, we can at this point kind of appreciate the inconsistency because he's new-ish compared to everyone else, compared to a lot of different players. So I feel like the highs are highs, the lows are lows. That's just part of the deal, right? Part of what makes the results of this match really not as clear-cut all the way from the beginning. But now for Navi, banning away the chip and the Loyi, they're really respecting the macro potential from RRQ, appreciating how they play this textbook style that can kind of slowly but surely strangle you out. And for RRQ, the fact that they're banning a Valentina means they might be looking for some more big ultimates.
Valentina banned by RRQ. What, do you think it's like a Lucas pickup potentially?
Yeah, that's actually true. They could still try to go for the Lucas. The Badang is most likely going to be in XP. So if it is a Badang XP, then you can obviously go for the Lucas in the XP too. We'll see here, the Vexana gets picked up, a safe choice. But I think for the mid lane, they are setting up for something like a Farsa. This is a pick that we've seen many times before from Rins to in SBS. Farsa Granger combo with Gatot and Joya's dive.
Big damage from all the way downtown. That's exactly what RRQ brings, and they bring out the CC as well. At this point, a very dominant laner due to the changes to the passive stacks. Even against a Badang, I feel like Dairon is going to have a lot of dominance right there. And if you're looking at the overall lanes, it really feels like RRQ are set up to be able to move around the map way earlier, despite Navi having a brawl-ish, maybe level 4-centric ultimate cheese comp.
Yeah. They might have to go for like a Jawhead here to deal with the GK up front. They need a bit more burst. They already have a lot of burst. Maybe just double down on that, play for the early game, and rely on Moscow for the mid to late. Controlling the neutral objectives will be very crucial for this kind of comp. Suyo, Vexana, Badang. Yeah, I think Jawhead is the safe choice to go for in Rome.
Let's see.
Or Cho. They could actually also still go Cho. All right.
What's the answer? It's Cho.
Cho.
All right.
Good call.
What do you think, Arashi?
That kind of equalizes the wave clear, right? The Cho can help with the wave clear so much faster, and also be a real threat to make sure that RRQ can't set up. And we all know RRQ, especially with this composition with the Farsa, with the Granger, they want a neat fight, a front-to-back where they can use the Avatar, get maximum value. But now with the Cho, if Navi play this right, they can kind of force RRQ into some of those messier fights where the Farsa and the Granger will be exposed to way more danger than usual.
So Granger going head-to-head against the Moskov in the early game, who's supposed to and is expected to win that lane?
I gotta say, I feel like it's still gonna be Granger, right? I mean, the Moskov can maybe do a bit of poking, do some short trades, but overall, when it comes to the clearing, when it comes to the harassment, that Granger, there's a reason why we're seeing it way too often.
Yeah. The Moskov, if the Moskov wins, it's a crazy skill gap, man, because you can outplay the Granger, you can win lane against the Granger, but you gotta be a god Moskov.
So let's see, can Shive pull that off? Ladies and gentlemen, as we get into the Land of Dawn for our opening game, our opening match of MPL ID Season 15, Navi versus RRQ, game number 1.
I'm curious to see how the jungle matchup is going to work out as well. You know, Aether, you mentioned it earlier, Mirko, has a bit of history, but now he's running that Suyo against the Joy. This is a matchup we've seen again and again. But right now for Navi, they don't really have a lot of options to deal with the Joy, unless they really want to set this this Cho and the Badang to just look out for that moment where Susujin actually goes in.
Oh, great terrify. Hanafi walks up first blood. X Magic. A great catch to start the game off.
Man, and we were talking about Rins as well, right? Unfortunately got caught off there, and he should be one of the players that will be leading the rotations in the early game, right? The Edok Rins combo since Season 14, but it looks like, oh, there's a little bit of trade in damage, but nothing too much just now. What about the emblems? Does anything stand out?
Well, if you look at the emblems, there's definitely a sustain in the minds of a lot of these players. I mean, X Magic on the Vexana is also running the Festival of Blood with the Braves. Oh, wait, never mind. They're actually going for a bit more of a prolonged approach to some of these fights, but look at that.
This crack not available just yet. Susujin very low. Aether trying to chase him down. Edok, Great Revitalize, gets punched down by Cars. Oh, Soul Sever. And now a bit more burst coming down. It's another kill to Navi. Hanafi staying busy mid to top to back to mid. Just kung fu-ing Rins around.
He's aggressive. Hanafi from Navi. Is this the Hanafi that you were talking about with Aaron Shiki?
Yeah, Aaron Shiki mentioned last season that his mentor was playing in Liga Nacional. This is the man that was Aaron Shiki's mentor, the guy who taught him about how to play the gold lane.
It's definitely a great statement to have at this point. For Navi, they've been able to actually be the aggressors, and each time you can see RRQ trying to rotate, trying to actually have control, but again, the possibility of all that burst damage, all the crowd control is making it difficult. Look at this though.
Shive, this might be a solo kill, flicker forward! Shive, one more Spirit of Misery! The SOD not available, almost a statement from Shive.
And again, we were talking about this particular lane, right? The Moskov and the Granger. It doesn't look like Granger is having too much of a great time. Of course, Toy needs a little bit more time to kind of adapt to there. But again, going into the turtle looks like, oh wait!
Another airstrike with the flicker out. Cars dashing away as well. Aether quelling Susujin. Get a bit of HP. Turtle in control of RQ. Dyrant walks up current call together with AOG. Aether knocked out together with Cars. Two-man taught into the electrifying beats. Now the fist cracked up from Cars. Able to flicker out and terrify to peel off as well. Aether walks away, but Susujin claims the turtle.
That was really well played by RRQ. Earlier on, Susujin was actually a level below of Aether, so if they went in for a 50-50, in terms of that retribution, Susujin may not have had a good time. I feel like this is where the experience is starting to show coming in from RRQ with the way that they played the team fight.
I mean, RRQ did great in that team fight, but at the same time, the underdogs are Navi. The fact that RRQ had a great moment there, a great combo, and it seems like they were going to take full control, and that Navi were able to escape with no members taken out. That in itself was quite a statement, man. Navi bringing the fight to RRQ. As we look at some of the items right here, no real big differences just yet, but the Dreadnought armor in the hands of Edok is going to allow him to actually wither some of the damage from Aether, Cars, and Hanafi. The physical damage reduction there, if he gets targeted, is the front line.
Aether's doing pretty good as well, catching up in terms of the jungle rotations. I don't know, overall, it feels like Navi are playing a solid game.
They are, and they can continue to scale too. Good open from Edok there. Gets chunked a bit. But yeah, speaking of the mid game, Badang has already secured the Thunderbelt, so he's going to be constantly stacking that up on Dyrant. It's very... I don't even think it's possible to stop the Thunderbelt stacks on Badang. It's inevitable.
It's only a matter of time at this point, and even earlier you saw that Cars on the Badang was able to actually find a bit of a moment, kind of knock Susujin, slow down his initial blitz in. And if RRQ wants to really get a decisive win, they have to try and find a way around that, right? The crowd control is limited, but Navi are using it very efficiently. Not to mention, they still have a lot of damage in the hands of X Magic. So far, our are itemizing for physical. X-Magic has a lot of damage possibility on that Vexana.
Look at Hanafi.
Uh-oh.
Could be a good position. Gets. Oh, they don't check the push. So Jin dashes forward. Hanafi gets away from the taunt.
Alright, another setup. Oh, what? What? Tori and that solo kill onto Shive.
Solo kill. Shive up top. Maybe a bit too much. Then he gets Shu. Fist crack coming down. Tyrant. Oh, wait. Eternal Guard too. They all whip. Oh, they're crumbling. Aether taunted up. Electrified beats from Jin. No trades on board. Hanafi running away. Jin diving in. X-Magic. Taken as the second from Jin. SOD Shibe with the Spear of Misery too. Jin, can he run away? Hanafi walking up. Jikudo dodged away from Jin. Jumps back again. Shibe will claim the kill. And it will be an equalizer on the board, but take a look at Toy staying busy on the orange buff.
1-for-2 trade in terms of the kill count. RRQ really coming back with that entire team fight going. What happened there, Rashi? Break it down for us.
It's RRQ once again getting a great engage using the Avatar of the Guardian. They initially spotted out Hanafi, pushes him away, and then once it's in a front-to-back situation, RRQ have all the cards available. They go for the engage, they allow Jin to get in as Hanafi and Cars are kind of stunned up, and the backline just can't bear the aggression. But take a look at the talent prediction here by the new application GoPay. Bit of a interesting
It's a unanimous result for RRQ. The only thing that was different was Owl going for 2-1. But again, RRQ already centering around the next mission objective. They should be able to take this without any contest. And there it is. Objective secured by Rex, Reg, and Kaon.
After that initial solo kill in the top lane, it kind of really sets up the pace. RRQ immediately just get all the control. It's almost like a mental blow to Navi, having one of their members out of nowhere taken out. And now they're definitely on the back foot and have to try and maybe go for pickoffs at this point, because in a prolonged team fight, for now at least, RRQ just seems to have so many more tools, right? They have someone that can dive into the backline, they have range to play around with, a decent amount of burst, and sustained damage even from the roamer, right? The God of Thatcher has a surprising amount of damage built into the kit.
You definitely don't want to go up against a snowballing RRQ with this kind of composition. The whole deal for Navi was, we take the early game, maybe you can turn it around in mid to late, right? With the Granger and Farsa. But also, man, that solo kill, on top of it being immense value for gold and XP for the gold laner, it's also a crazy morale boost, you know? When your gold laner gets a solo kill, the entire team feels it.
And we see the instant just translation into their gameplay, right? Navi, good start, but I don't know. I think they need to figure something out right now. They've been doing really well with Hanafi being very active. Wait a second, Dyron. A lot of damage.
All good. Purple Buff stolen with the red tree. Jin claiming it clean, and it's a 2-level lead now for Jin.
That's not good.
Not good for Navi at all, but man, Dyron on that CC is playing absolutely aggressive. He only has the War Axe and the Brute Force Breastplate, so he doesn't have a lot of like solid tank items to really withstand all that damage, but he has no issue just standing in the front line, allowing Edok to stay a bit more elusive, either punishing Hanafi with the taunts or just setting up for a massive Avatar of the Guardian. This is the game plan that they've been running so far, and Navi hasn't really been able to find a solution just yet.
All right. So what do we need to wait for, right? I mean, I talked about Hanafi earlier on. I mean, he needs to stay active the way that he has. He's been doing great so far with opening the map and giving information to his team. Is Shive one of the answers for Navi? Do we need to wait on that Holy Trinity from the Moscow?
He's one item away from the Holy Trinity, and if he does get it, I think it's going to be a bit more relevant. With more items, he's also going to be able to actually have more pressure on the opposite side of the map. Because so far, the Spear of Destruction is literally a non-factor. RRQ has been able to get a solo kill, has been able to push the wave out. So every single time there's a big engagement, Shive is kind of out of the equation completely.
That's unfortunate. And now RQ have the Lord. They have the first Lord of the game. Do you think they can take down most of the outer turrets, even maybe go in for an inner?
Especially with this composition, man. We talked about the range already. There's going to be so many ways for them to, first of all, do damage from far away, and also pressure the members of Navi away using their Avatar of the Guardian. It can be used as a zoning tool, you must remember.
Yeah, 2-level lead continues to be a problem for Navi in the jungle. Hanafi just trying to lead down these positions. But yeah, I agree with what Arashi said. This is a great siege composition. With the Lord up there, you have another frontliner for then the Granger and for Farsa to just throw down, gun Navi down, and maybe just, you know, I think they might actually be able to, if they get a kill, this is a base turret.
Absolutely. And Toy, by the way, is already standing on a Malefic Roar. So any kind of defensive items, the premature defensive items of Navi really won't be relevant right now.
Calm before the storm.
There you go. The AOG locking either down for the airstrike and the shot from Toy. Now, Hanafi goes in way the Dragon Wrong member. It's only Edok. Sutsujin walks up, playing the sounds of victory, but they will not be able to end the game just yet. It is a base turret though, something we were expecting. RRQ with the Siege Comp continuously putting the pressure down on Cars and Toy. Efficient on the Death Sonata.
That was the first Lord.
Exactly.
First Lord getting a base turret? Like, that shouldn't be possible. An 8k gold lead now for RRQ. Navi, they're losing control completely of this game.
They just don't have the frontliners to really withstand the initial approach from RRQ. And even if they do, then they're going to be forced to use so many resources, like the Face Crack, like the Way of the Dragon, before Sutsujin comes in. So for RRQ, it's just a waiting game. And they're allowing Navi to pick their poison. Do you want to get poked down? Oh, as I say that, that's some damage.
Yep. A stun. Oh, what happens to Aether's HP bar? Sutsujin just takes it away. Electrifying beats. Together with what, Toy? Was that Toy's Sky Piercer they got him?
He definitely has a Sky Piercer and a BOD at this point. That is so much damage, dude. Toy showing us some magic tricks, and RRQ, they can just keep doing this, right? Take out one guy, rinse and repeat. Go for the objectives.
12 seconds left for Aether to spawn in, and look, yet another ult being opened up here.
Look at the poke. Inside of the base. Another base turret almost taken down. Just so much artillery for RRQ to work with. And for Navi, even defending is a tough job. You have wave clear, but what are you going to do if you use your abilities on wave clear and you get feathered airstrike?
I guess that, right? All they can do is just sit in their base right now. But we do see Navi already rotating around the map a little bit. I think they are gaining and looking for some information to strike back, but Gatok's making me nervous. Edok is making me nervous. Shive, are you gonna be okay there?
Ooh. Oh no! Edok spots it, goes in for the taunt. Shiva still able to kite away now. It's a 1v1. Edok wants it! He likes those odds. An MM against a tank. Got the gotcha, baby. Feather airstrike, flicker bonus! And the cut down from Edok! Edok once more walks forward. Iron in the back, getting the curtain call. The spear of... No, it was just a knockback there. Toy gets another, and it is an all-out RRQ victory.
That's GG, right? 2 members taken down from Navi. A Lord on the way, marching up in the top lane. 16 seconds. Can they hold?
And look at Dyron, he's just walking forward, zoning the whole team.
Another turret down in the mid lane. The end looks inevitable. That's a taunt. Oh, Cars goes for it. Fist crack. But falling to the electrifying beats. The rhythm played by Sutsujin. One last attempt from Shive as he blinks forward. But RRQ make it quick. Game 1, 13.